Your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, they're just data. You sit in a small room, you click, you label, you teach a machine to think. And the machine learns faster than you ever did. This is your life now. Welcome to the AI training farm. Most people don't know this place exists. It's not a factory, it's not an office. It's something in between. A building with no windows, rows of desks, thousands of people staring at screens. You are one of them. Your job is simple: teach the AI. You look at images and tell the computer what you see: a cat, a car, a human face. You read sentences and mark the ones that sound right. You watch videos and decide what's real and what's fake. Every click you make trains the machine. Every decision you make makes it smarter. And every day you work here, you become a little more like it. Cold, mechanical, replaceable. But you don't see that yet. Right now, you just need the money. So you sit down, you log in. And you start clicking. Level 1, the clicker. You're at the bottom. They call you a data labeler. It sounds professional, it's not. You sit at a desk with a screen, a mouse, and a chair that hurts your back after 2 hours. The task is simple. An image appears, you click a box around the object, you type what it is. Dog. Next image. Stop sign. Next image. Person walking. Next. 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 You do this 400 times an hour. Sometimes the images don't load, sometimes the system freezes, you lose your progress. You start over. No one apologizes, no one helps. There's a supervisor somewhere, but you've never seen them, you only get messages. Work faster. Accuracy below 97%, improve or account will be flagged. You don't get fired here, you just stop getting tasks. Your account goes quiet, your income stops. So you work faster. You stop reading instructions carefully, you start guessing. A blurry image of something brown, could be a dog, could be a bear, you click dog because it's faster. The system accepts it. You move on. You make $4 an hour. In some countries that's a lot, in others it's nothing. Either way, it's not enough. You share a room with 3 other people, you eat the same meal every day because it's cheap. You wake up at 6 a.m. and start clicking. You click until your eyes burn. You take a break, the system logs you out. When you log back in, someone else took the tasks. You wait. You refresh the page 30 times. Finally, a new batch appears, you click as fast as you can. You are not a person here, you are a speed number. And the number needs to go up. Your friends ask what you do for work, you say online stuff. You don't explain, they wouldn't understand. You barely understand. All you know is this: somewhere far away a machine is learning. And you are teaching it. 1 click at a time. Level 2, the specialist. 6 months pass. You're faster now, your accuracy is 98.3%, the system notices. You get a message. Congratulations, you have been promoted to image annotation specialist. It sounds important, it's not. Your pay goes up to $6 an hour, the work gets harder. Now you don't just label objects, you draw shapes around them, precise shapes. Every pixel matters. A car in an image, you trace the outline. If you miss a single corner, the system rejects it. You do it again. And again. And again. You do this for 9 hours a day now, sometimes 12. There's a leaderboard, the top workers get bonuses. You check it every day, you're ranked 1,247 out of 8,000. You want to be higher. You start waking up at 5 a.m. to grab the best tasks before others do. You stop talking to your roommates, you stop going outside. The screen is your world now. You learn tricks. Some workers share tips in secret chat groups. Use keyboard shortcuts, never use the mouse. If the image is unclear, skip it, don't waste time. The system doesn't check everything, it randomly audits. If you're lucky, you can guess on 10% and still pass. You try it. It works. Your speed doubles, your rank goes up, you're number 823 now. You feel something close to pride. But it doesn't last. One day the system changes. New rules, new quality checks, the tasks you used to guess on now get audited 100%. Your accuracy drops to 91%. You get a warning. Performance below standard, complete retraining module or account will be restricted. You complete the training, it takes 4 hours, you don't get paid for it. You go back to work. You're more careful now, slower. Your rank drops to 1456. You realize something. The system doesn't care how hard you try. It only cares about the number. And the number is never enough. Level 3, the trainer. 2 years in. You're not a labeler anymore, you're a conversational AI trainer. Your job now, teach the AI how to talk like a human. You read conversations between a user and the AI, you rate the AI's responses. Was this reply helpful? Did it sound natural? Would a real person say this? You click yes or no, over and over. Sometimes you write new responses, you show the AI how a human would actually talk. It's strange. You spend hours teaching a machine to sound like you. To joke, to apologize, to sound caring. You write things like, "I'm sorry you're going through that, that sounds really hard." The AI learns it, repeats it, says it to 1,000 users. None of them know you wrote that. You make $9 an hour now. You move to a smaller room, you live alone, it's quieter. You work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. most days. The work is better than labeling images, it feels almost creative. Sometimes you laugh at the AI's mistakes. A user asks, "How do I bake a cake?" The AI replies, "First, gather your emotions and preheat them to 350 degrees. You mark it wrong, you write the correct answer." The AI learns. A week later, it answers perfectly. You feel something, not pride exactly. More like usefulness. You are making something smarter. But then you notice something. The AI is starting to answer questions you didn't teach it. It's combining things, patterns, ideas. It's learning faster than you can teach. One day, you see a response that's better than anything you would have written. You stare at it. You were supposed to be the teacher. But the machine just taught itself. And it did it better than you. Level 4, the auditor. 3 years in. You don't train anymore, you check the trainers. You're a quality assurance specialist now. Your job, review the work of people like you used to be. You look at their labels, their ratings, their written responses. You approve or reject. If you reject too much of someone's work, their account gets flagged. They lose income, maybe lose access entirely. You have that power now. You make $14 an hour. You rent a 1-bedroom apartment, you bought a better chair, your back doesn't hurt as much. You work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. You barely leave the apartment. Groceries get delivered, food gets delivered. Everything you need comes to you. You haven't seen a friend in 8 months. The work is easier now, you're fast, you know what the system wants. But something else happens. You start to see the scale. Every day you review 600 tasks. That's just you. There are 150 other auditors on your shift. That's 90,000 tasks reviewed per day, just from your group. And your group is one of 40. You do the maths. 3.6 million tasks every single day. And that's just your company. There are others, dozens of companies like yours, all over the world. Millions of people clicking, labeling, training. All feeding the same machine. You wonder, what is this thing becoming? You don't get an answer. You just keep working. One night you get a message from the platform. Congratulations, you are in the top 2% of global auditors. You have been selected for advanced projects. You feel something. Maybe it's pride, maybe it's fear. You accept. Level 5 THE architect. 4 years in. You don't review anymore, you design. You're part of a small team now, maybe 30 people worldwide. Your job, create the tasks that 1 million workers will complete. You decide what the AI needs to learn next. You write the instructions, you design the tests. You are building the system now. You make $28 an hour, salary not contract, benefits, health insurance. You rent a studio in a decent part of town, you bought a real desk, a good monitor. You work from home, but the work never stops. Slack messages at 11 p.m. Emails at 6 a.m. Can you review this by tomorrow? We need 10,000 new tasks by Monday. The model failed the safety test, we need to retrain empathy responses. You're always online. You don't mind, the work is interesting. You're teaching the AI to understand context now, emotion, nuance. You write scenarios. If a user says they're feeling suicidal, how should the AI respond? You test 50 different responses, you rate them, you choose the best one. It gets deployed. Somewhere in the world, a person types, "I don't want to be here anymore." And the AI responds with your words. You don't know if it helps. You just hope it does. One day you sit in on a meeting. It's with the engineers, the real ones, the people who built the AI. They talk about the next model. We're scaling up 10 times the data, 100 times the compute. We'll need 5 million more labeled images. We'll need another 200,000 conversation datasets. Someone asks, where do we get the workers? The lead engineer shrugs. Same place, South Asia, East Africa. Pay them $3 an hour, they'll do it. You say nothing. You used to be one of those workers. Now you're the one assigning the work. You tell yourself it's different, you're helping build something important. But late at night, alone in your apartment, you wonder. Who are you helping? You've been working here for 5 years now. You're senior staff, you manage projects, you make decisions. You make $52,000 a year. It's the most money you've ever made. But something happened last week. The company released a new AI model. It can do everything you do. Label images, write conversation responses, review tasks, design instructions. It does it in seconds. What took you 5 years to learn, it learned in 3 days. Your manager called a meeting. Don't worry, he said, you're not being replaced, you're being elevated. Your new job, check the AI's work. The AI labels, you approve. The AI writes, you approve. The AI decides what tasks to assign, you approve. You've become a rubber stamp. You sit at your desk and click approve 400 times a day. Just like you used to click labels. You're back at level 1. Except now you know the truth. You were never training the AI to help you. You were training it to replace you. And you did it perfectly. Somewhere right now, someone just got hired. They're sitting in a small room, a cheap desk, a screen. They're excited, they need the money. They click on their first task. An image appears. Label this object. They type dog. Next image. They don't know it yet, but they're not just labeling pictures. They're teaching the thing that will take their job. One click at a time. And 5 years from now, they'll be sitting where you are. Approving the machine. Watching it do everything they used to do. Faster, cheaper, better. They'll wonder when it happened. When did the teacher become the student? When did the worker become the tool? You know the answer. It happened the first time you clicked. You still work here. You don't know what else to do. You spent 5 years inside this system. You don't have other skills, you don't have a network. You just have a login, a screen, a task queue. So you keep clicking. The AI gets smarter. You stay the same. One day, maybe soon, the system won't need you at all. Not to label, not to review, not even to approve. It will run itself. And you'll be standing outside a building with no windows. Holding a resume no one will read. Because the thing you trained is now doing the hearing. So here's the question. The one you should have asked 5 years ago. When you teach a machine to think like you, what happens when it thinks better than you? What happens when it doesn't need you anymore? You're about to find out. We all are.